What if you could take a course that gave you the freedom to follow your curiosity? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Emily Howley, member of the History Department, yearbook advisor, writing center tutor, and a leader of a totally new senior program. A few years ago, several faculty members were asked to look at the 11th and 12th grade academic program and give shape to a new senior seminar. After a year of meetings and discussions, the group decided that they wanted to create a senior program that would give students a capstone experience, be real-world in scope, ask students to be creative and innovative, push students to become better readers, writers, speakers, and thinkers, and create something meaningful in the end. So at the end of this process, a new capstone senior program was created, Springboard. Springboard has been living in a lot of committees and computer hard drives, but now it's ready to come out and show itself. So let me tell you a little bit about the program essentials. Springboard is based on the principles of Apple's challenge-based learning, in which students explore a real-world issue or topic as a group. After they've gained a solid understanding of the issue, they take on a challenge that would solve some aspect of the topic. The challenge aspect of the course can take many forms, from implementing a business plan to holding a food drive to creating a 3D computer-generated model. The student finishes the program with a written component and a presentation of their work. The expectation of every Springboard project is that when a project is complete, it won't live its life in a file somewhere, but rather it lives on through publication or application. Upper mids watch the presentations, select their Springboard course, and the process starts again. So Springboard will hatch in March when you hear what we're calling Spring Talks, or creative presentations by the Springboard teachers. Think TED Talks. After the Spring Talks, you'll be able to sign up for a Springboard course. While they're not mandatory for this year's upper mids, we do highly recommend that you take one. So, you guys are our first hatchlings, but you're probably asking yourself, what will this do for me? And I don't blame you. Springboard will give you a very unique skill set. Instead of solving math problems, we're asking you to apply math to art. Instead of processing history in multiple choice questions, we're asking you to write the history. Springboard requires you to apply what you've learned to real-world problems. Real learning and fun learning happens when you can transfer the stuff that you know to a problem in front of you. You do it all the time in your regular classes, but now we're basing an entire class on this idea. Capstone projects are great bragging points on any college application. You might be able to say, in my Springboard senior seminar, I implemented a food drive, or Springboard taught me how to tell a story that no one had ever heard before, or Springboard taught me to see my world in reality and then create it virtually. Mostly, Springboard is very different. We're working on bringing in speakers, taking students on field experiences, and connecting students to experts in the field. The work that you'll do is quite different from any other Mercersburg course as well. Sure, you'll read and write, but you'll also create, solve, and play with a purpose. In the end, you should be able to say, I learned, I created, I played. So let me tell you quickly about the programs that we'll be offering starting this spring. Springboard, by the way, runs spring to spring. If you finish your work according to the due dates of the course, you'll be finished by late April. Here are the 6 courses. H2No, Water as a Resource. Mr. Willis will explore the most basic necessity of life, water, from international, national, and local perspectives. Case studies and field trips will help students understand water rights, contamination, desalination, and global warming, to name just a few topics. The challenge of the course could result in cleaner water in our very own taps. Legacies of the Civil War, taught by Mr. Bell, isn't your typical history course. This Springboard will utilize our location to explore Gettysburg and Antietam, and students will explore historic preservation, storytelling, and the issues of public history. I'll be teaching the global food chain, where we'll follow food from the seed to the plate. We'll explore issues of food politics, the obesity epidemic, fair trade, and agribusiness, as we seek to understand how food and the culture of food is a perfect vehicle for understanding our world. Designing virtual worlds will be taught by Mr. Gunkelman and Dr. Kelly. They'll combine their own expertise, art and math, respectively, to lead students through a series of challenges geared toward helping students see their world differently. Modeling, computer animation, and video game theory will all be explored in this course. Mr. Jacklin and Mr. McGuire have teamed up to teach a course called Entrepreneurship Applied Economics. This course has a little bit of The Apprentice and Shark Tank in it. Students will work together to create business plans and then pitch them to a panel of experts. Finally, Mr. Bennett and Mr. Giza have created a course called Parallel Histories. They'll take students into the archives to uncover forgotten stories from Mercersburg's past. Students will connect these stories to larger national or international stories and trends to understand how Mercersburg's history really parallels larger currents. You'll learn how to tell a story, write a story, and portray a story through audio and visual mediums. So, everyone, there's a new catchphrase on campus. What's your springboard? Got some questions? Email me, howley@mercersburg.edu. I've got the coolest email login, by the way.